Hello, my friends. I hope you're doing good and I hope you're doing well. So, today's topic trades, we have a trade on USDCHF and we have also a trade on USDJPY. On USDJPY, we are having a sell right from here and we want to come to this psychological level right below here. And this CHF also is having the same thing. We're having a sell from here to this area. Now, why are we having these two trades instead of the other ones? We were supposed to trade GBP USD at this level after the market broke above this psychological level and then came back to this psychological level. Now, this was the right time for us to enter the market. Now we are already late for the market because we cannot trade it right now. It has already taken almost, this is almost 3 times or this past a half of the target, because at least the minimum target is supposed to be 50 pips. But the market has already moved 34 pips. We cannot now rush to go and enter into that market that time. So we are leaving this setup. Even GBP, even Euro US is the same thing, exactly the same thing. After the market broke above this zone, it came back and retested. So we were expecting the minimum to move from this area to this area, but it's already happening. So the best time would have been to enter on this engulfing candlestick. This is an engulfing stick on 15 minutes. So if we could have taken this trade from this area like this, stop loss right below this level, and then we are targeting this high, which is about 1:3 risk to reward ratio. But then the move has already begun and we cannot force that trade. However, when you go back to USDJPY, it's still very, very valid. This area is there and the market has come to tap into this order block. So the market has tapped into that order block. We take a trade after seeing this engulfing candlestick here, and then we are putting stop loss right above there, and then our take profit is going to be to this level. The same thing with USDCHF, also almost the same move. The market also came and has tapped into this order block here, has come to that order block, and then there's a psychological level at that same point, and also it is retesting the low of the week. This is the low of the week. So we are seeing the market is going to be entering on this cycle, on this engulfing candle. Market came back and even gave on the lower time frames as low as 5 minutes. In fact, Swiss Friday is a little bit more informed, or rather it has more information that he has given us to give us this trade. It has broken below this break of structure in this level and then come back to fill the order block. The fair value gaps around here. So we are taking this trade and then we are saying we want to target at least this one. We're targeting at least the most minimum, which is the next psychological level 0.850. So that's what we're going to be doing, targeting today. I hope this trade plays out well, just like the ones of yesterday did. But we're rejecting GBP USD and Euro USD. We know that because of the reasons I've just given you. So we are late for that trade, but we are still on the track for Euro USDJPY and USDCHF. So let's wait for this trade to see how it plays out, and we see how we could definitely make some, so we can make some of this money. Thank you so much, and let's wait and see how it goes, guys. Big ups to those. I'm going to still give you an update when the market is still playing out well, and we see how we can go over it. Thank you so much. It's Cash Pips once again. Bye for now. All right, so update on our trade for 20th of May 2026. It's Eid. We are Muslim brothers. Happy Eid. Today we had two trades. We had the trade on USDCHF and USDJPY. Now USDJPY has just kicked our stop loss without thinking, and this is how it's supposed to be done. Every time you take trade, it must be a winning trade. Sometimes trades win and sometimes they lose. But as long as you have an edge over the market, you'll understand that. So USDJPY just came and took us out and took our stop loss. So we take that as a loss for today. And then USDJPY is still valid. The trade is still going on very well as anticipated. And really, hopefully, We hope that the market is going to give us. So if we recover from USDCH, that means we are still going to be in profits of at least 1.5% after losing the other one on USDJPY, and another one is going to be a good trade on USDCHF. So this is what happens. Every time you're trading, you must have a mindset of sometimes you lose and sometimes you're going to win. Now, always, I love taking 2 trades a day. So I've taken one and I've lost one on USDJPY and I'm gaining one on USDCHF. And if it happens and plays out well, I'm still going to come and give you an update on how it is doing. But in case it doesn't, so far so good since we are below this level. So we're going to take our stops at break-even and we hold them so that we do not have again another loss of 2 trades. This low, this is what we are expecting the market to go to. Something is skeptical. It is coming this area now. This is a challenge. It could be a break and retest of this trend line, which is now going to be turned into a counter trend line. Okay, this will be acting as a counter trend line after breaking it, and then we say it has come to retest it, and maybe we're going to continue to buy because it bought like a red. Thought about in the morning, but it came back and traded below. This could be a break and retest of that trend line. Euro USD also actually this trade would have been valid after the market broke above. It came back to test on this psychological level. Though the candlestick pattern here was not showing, it was not specific. So I do not love taking trades that do not have a good pattern. It is a very good position. Would have been a very good trade if I had a good candlestick pattern at this area. If I'd had a good candlestick pattern, maybe a pin bar or an Engel candlestick at this level, or a tweezer bottom here, I would have loved to take this trade and then target this high. And this would have actually been a very good trade. But then, because there was no clear candlestick pattern that was there, so I would love to risk that money on that trade. Maybe it could be that we enter this trade very early because there is also still another block of at this level. Yes, but I think for today, USDJPY did not give us money and we say it's okay today. Let's hold on USDCHF and see how this market will play out. I'm going to come back to give you the last update on this trade to see how it played out on USDCHF. Thank you for staying with me, and I hope we enjoy this video. Let's keep pushing, let's keep holding this trade until we see the money coming into the bank. Thank you so much. Cashpips again. See you in the next update. So we have our trade moving well, but I think this was worth an update. Now this area is going to be very tricky. This level is very tricky. You can see that the market would likely turn off this point. So what we do is, if we have our trade already moving up from there to this point is about 2%. But we want to, one of the things we can do right now is to take out all the profits, close the trades. But the other way is we should close at least 75%. At least we must be able to close 75% of our trade at this point so that we leave the rest of the trade to run to that low. Remember, already we are at break even. The market is at, that trade is at break even, so we are running risk free. But then why should we run risk free and lose our money? So we can take out 75% of our trade and then leave the remaining 25% to run to full take profit, which will give us about 2.5%. So that's what we have. Remember, this is a trade we are holding on today, and we do not want to make blunders with it. USDJPY already took us out, so we must hold on this trade and must make money off of this trade. So close the trade if you can, and if you can't, then let's hold up to the last take profit, but we must close 75% of our trade, because this looks like the bullish candles might be building up for us to turn the market around. So that is what we do not want to make as a mistake for us right now. It was worth of an update. That's why I came up to also put it up. So I think we can see what I was talking about. I told you we must take out these trades. You can see USDCHF, like I said, we were supposed to close at least 75% of the trade from here or exit the trade completely. So you can see the market has moved again back up to this level, which was not supposed to be done. We wanted it to come and click to this psychological level. Now, of course, there's a lot of things that I may not be able to tell you at the moment, but this level was really level to take so much concern on, because I saw that it would be an area where the market would reject off of. So from here, if you took out the trades, like I said, then this is good. But if you did not, of course, definitely you have to pay the price. And this is a reason why you may necessarily really need to have someone who backs you up in your trading for a beginning, because some of these things you may not be able to see them, and that's the disadvantage of having setups that do not have a follow-up. So the setup was good, and it gave us money almost up to one is to two is to one ratio, is very good in trading. But now it has traced it back into the entry levels. So, but it's good that I already alerted you and told you that we are going to stay out of this market. Let's try to stay out of the market. So for today, I think I would call it being a Friday. There's a lot of choppy markets movements. So being a Friday, I would prefer that we stop here for now and wait until the end of the day. Now, at the end of the weekend, I'm going to do a breakdown of the market, the price levels that we should be watching out for next week, and also how we're going to be trading. So as much as we trade intraday, we must to put into consideration of the higher time frames and how the market has moved in the previous week to be able to analyze the next week's markets. So this is the last trade that we're going to be having. I would really not like to go into any other trade for now for the week, because the week has been a little bit good for us. So let's wait for next week and see how we're going to be trading. But I'm likely to break down USDCHF, USDJPY, GBP and Euro USD for the weekend, so that by next week we come when we know what we are going to be looking out for. Thank you for those who have been following. And in case you have not yet subscribed to this YouTube channel, please, I implore you to actually do so, because it's for also your good and also for my good and also for the good of others who are out there that do not know how to trade in this manner, so that we can help them to learn something every single now and then. Thank you so much, and I sign out as Cash Pips. See you in the next one. Bye bye.